Catherine McKenna, federal minister of the environment for many, many years, after her retirement and her $40,000 cross-country retirement flight, said that now she's no longer in politics, she is no longer beholden to anybody, and she can call them as she sees them. This was a minister of the Crown for 6 years. Who was she beholden to before? The unnamed gnomes of the Prime Minister's office? The Prime Minister's father, when he was Prime Minister, said MPs, once they get away from Parliament Hill, are nobodies. It seems these days that even cabinet ministers are nobodies. There's one body in Ottawa, the Prime Minister and those in the PMO who are advising him, and that's not the way it should be. And so people can wonder about Tofino, and people can wonder about Aaron and whether he's going to stay on as leader. That's politics, that's all fine. But we have increasingly had a government which is non-responsive. One person can't run everything. So one person can't make sure the $2 billion trees are all planted. One person can't make sure that the shame of the Indigenous people in Canada living without water that's potable, that's drinkable, has not been resolved for generations. This government went into place six years ago and said, we're going to fix this. Same ministers there since then. And who are they accountable to? Well, they are not accountable to anybody. And that's maybe why we are in such a serious situation in our government. So it'd be lovely to have people running for government who are not saying what the polls say they should say, not saying how they think they're going to get more votes because the polls are saying, say this, we'll get more votes. But people who say, I am running and I have a conviction. I am running, if I'm minister, I'm going to make sure that people have drinkable water and get it done right instead of spending billions and failing at it. And making sure that the environment is clean. That can be done. But we've had a government of ministers who are not accountable to anybody except for perhaps the Prime Minister and one or two of his advisors. So people should give what we have a really good, steady second thought. And when a minister says she's no longer beholden and she can call it like it is, then wonder what was going on when she was beholden, to whom, and why she couldn't call it like it is. Just thinking about our government and politics. With Justin in his third term, now more than ever, you're going to need independent news. How else are we going to find out how many hundreds of millions of dollars he's giving to the former Liberal MPs? Stick with us. Please subscribe and PayPal. Keep us on the air.